So this summer has not been what either of us have expected. With Chris still recovering from his neck injury, the boat projects have been taking way longer than expected. So this summer has been boat project after boat project after boat project as we try.
But this is the last project.
Exactly.
We're actually going to get to go sailing, which is amazing. It never seemed like the day would ever come.
Well done. And on that note, let's get you over to the boat where we can show you exactly what we've been up to this summer, boat project wise, and get it ready to set sail.
Let's get going.
In this episode, we're going to show you all of the modifications and upgrades that we've done to the boat over the last 6 months, and we'll share with you what we've got lined up for the rest of the season. Alongside documenting life on the water, we've got products from various different brands to test and review for you here in Sail Hub. So for those of you who are new here, this is Balearic, our beloved Naiad 332, which we've done all these modifications and upgrades to, on which I'm going to start by talking about our new solar arch. So Chris, being a boat builder and stainless steel fabricator, he has designed and fabricated this from scratch, which we're going to do a 3-part series on, so check those out in the future. They're coming really soon. We'll show you how to design, fabricate and install your own arch. So I'm really chuffed with our arch. It's like transformed the boat. So in basic terms, we've got the arch which is housing the solar panels on the top, so that is what's going to power all our batteries when we are off grid. Underneath there, got a secret little storage for a passerelle, which is really cool. And one of the main features is the davits for the dinghy, so we don't have to hoist it onto the foredeck, and it doesn't protrude, get in the way of seeing where we're going. So this is really secure up here, and it's dead easy to just drop into the water when we want to use it. And then we have solid stainless steel mounts for our life buoy and our throw lines, so we don't have plastic ones that are going to degrade or fall off. We've got our ensign pole secured on there. We've got a mount for our kedge anchor, which is great because it's always accessible. That's about the highlights. We've widened the transom, so the gate at the back we've widened. I'll show you down here. So you can see at the back it's looking quite wide, so we've widened that just to make the access in and out a whole lot easier, and we've kept the traditional Naiad seats on the back, so they're integrated in. And another cool feature which you don't notice because it fits in so well, but we've now got solid guardrails in the back, like the aft sort of quarter of the guardrails, so they're solid now, which is nice and secure, and they follow the curve of the hull. It's lush. Chris has done an amazing job, if I say so myself. And moving on to the hydrovane, which we have installed on the transom. So this is our self-steering system. Hydrovane is an amazing product. We'll have another video all about this in the future. It'll have a rudder attached on the bottom and a vane on the top, big red traditional hydrovane vane. So that's super. And highlight, we have integrated a platform for our barbecue, which is actually a cob, which we'd highly recommend. And when we're not using the cob, when the cob isn't on there, it acts as a nice little extra seat or diving platform, or even a place to gut fish if we ever catch them. This is the rudder for the hydrovane, in case you're wondering. That's what that is, secured there until we mount it on. We keep it off whilst we're in a marina because it makes manoeuvring a little bit more tricky, and I'm still learning. So, gonna hop on board and we'll show you the rest of the boat. Alrighty, down here we have a new autopilot installed, which is gonna be amazing out in the water. We have a new VHF. We have a wireless handset up in the binnacle as well, which is a novelty. We have this 7-inch plotter down here, basically as a repeater, and we have the 9-inch plotter up there, which is fantastic. That's the Raymarine Axiom plotters. We have AAS now installed, which is a great upgrade for us. We have the I-70S repeater down here. We're still waiting for a couple of units for up top, but we can't wait any longer. And we have a Fusion boombox. I'm not really sure what it's called, but this is how we play our music, and we can play it down here and up in the cockpit, which is cool. Right, we are good to go. Let's get her turned over and on.
We're literally seconds away from setting sail. I'm just going to show you this. This is the carbon panel we made on the dockside in Gibraltar, actually. Cool piece of kit. We've got a DIY, a how-to on this. It's on our Instagram page there, so we're not going to be doing a YouTube on this one. We do a lot of content on Instagram as well, so how to lay your own carbon fibre panel up. Right, anyway, let's fire her up. There she goes. It's time to go.
Slipping the lines is a really big milestone in our future plans, because not only does it allow us to live a life on the ocean, it's given me the chance to take my profession into the sailing industry. I'm a sports engineer, and I've spent the last 10 years being a product developer within the outdoor industry, and living a life 24/7 on the ocean is giving me the chance to apply my skills and experience into the marine industry. So Sail Hub will be documenting this adventure and our travels on the water, our lifestyle, alongside working with brands on product testing, reviewing, and ultimately R&D with these brands. And working with Chris, a really innovative boat builder, and he's got plenty of experience with R&D from his racing days. I genuinely just cannot wait to see where this will take us. So that's Chris heading to the Marina office to sign us out of here, pay up some bills, and then we can slip the lines for good and go and hit up some anchorages, which I am really looking forward to. But there is a little bit of hesitation there. So yeah, I'm going to fill you in. So we have got so much to look forward to out on the water. The conditions today are insanely perfect. It looks like it's pretty flat seas out there. We've got perfect wind, like 6 to sort of 10 or 12 knots. Downwind sailing and lovely blue skies. We haven't done much bikini sailing, so that's going to be a treat. So absolutely buzzing and really excited about it. But equally, at the same time, my whole body is like a huge stress ball. I've built up so much anxiety over the last year since Chris broke his neck, and we haven't really done much sailing, and it's just been like this huge slow build up to this. My anxiety levels have soared so high with the sailing. For those of you who missed a little video I did where I introduced yourself to me and how I got into this journey, I mentioned seasickness and a sort of battle in my head with that, and it just prevents me from focusing and actually learning how to sail when we're on the water. And the whole thing is just like built up over the last year, and I'm really anxious about it. Like the last 2 days, my body's been like all over aching, and I assume it's just anxiety. So we just need to get out in these amazing conditions, get out in the water, get back into 24/7 life on the water, which is what the whole thing is about. And we've got so much cool kit to show you that we've upgraded and installed on the deck, which we'll take you through as soon as we have slipped the lines and we're out in the water. We've got the asymmetric rigged already, so that's dead easy to get out if the conditions are as expected. Yeah, I think it's definitely time for me. I'm so anxious but excited at the same time, and it's quite hard to like distinguish the two sometimes. Chris is cool as a cucumber, which is great for me. And he can't wait to get out in the water as well, get his neck rested up a little bit, get some filming done for you guys, and yeah, make this dream happen.
All right, well, haven't paid that bill. The boat's a lot lighter. She's going to be flying off to Cabo de Gata.
So we are out on the water. That is the sights of Almaramar behind us. Ciao! So it's time to get the sails up. We have got new sheets on board, which has involved quite a lot of work we've been doing. So this rope, for example, so sheets are ropes. This one, for example, is a continuous loop, but it started out not. and Chris did a fancy splice to basically join it together in a really secure way. We've done a whole bunch of splicing. We've got like continuous loop splice, we've got eye splices, which are, instead of a knot, make it like way stronger. And yeah, it's time to put all this into use and get the sails hoisted. So we are heading to wind. Remember what to do.
All right, sails are up, engines off. We're on our way. It really does feel like such a long time since we've been out at sea, and we've got perfect conditions. 10-15 knots downwind should take us over to the Balearic Islands perfectly. And yeah, it's a little out of season, and you know, many people, it's a bit worrying actually, they're saying like, you shouldn't really be going out now, you shouldn't be doing this, but we feel it's good. It's a good time to go, and we've got some good reasons to go. There's a completely new direction for the channel, and it just makes sense. Jenny's like, she's littered with experience with R&D and development of products, and you know, I've done a fair bit myself as well, so it's a pretty good thing. And it just makes sense for us to aim the channel down that line. And so right from the beginning, we've got brands involved. First one being Ultramarine in Turkey. These guys make anchors, supplied us with some anchors to test, or one in particular. They've dubbed it as the world's #1 anchor. There's a statement for you, eh? We'll see about that. And maybe it's not a sensible move going out of season with an anchor that we're not so sure about, but I think we're experienced enough to be able to figure it out. So those guys have given us a full anchoring setup, so we've got the bow roller, we've got an anchor, we've got the chain and the swivel to look at. And they've not asked for anything flashy, we're not sponsored by them or anything like that. This is just quite literally a long-term test and review for you guys. And they don't even want us to sugarcoat it. They just say, they're so confident actually, they're just like, you know, take it guys and give your honest review. So that's what you're going to get, which is easy. Other things on the go, Raymarine, again, we've got no collaboration with Raymarine. We've just got some gear to test. Some will be going back, some will be staying with us. So we did pay for some of that, and the stuff that we didn't pay for, well, that'll be going back. So it's just straight up testing, no sugar coated tests here, just it is what it is, and that'll hopefully make you guys a little bit more informed on what you want to spend your hard-earned cash on. So with that in mind, straight off to the Balearics, a little bit of out of season sailing, can't wait.